Welcome to Salesforce Agentforce Voice for Contact Center, the Coral Cloud Resort Edition. Over the next 11 modules, you're going to build a real working voice agent for a fictional resort guest contact center from the ground up. No prior Agentforce experience required, just a Salesforce login and some curiosity. I'm going to be talking to you the way I talk to a colleague sitting next to me at the keyboard. You are the admin and consultant here. There is no separate persona to keep track of. It's just you, me, and the org. Let me tell you about Mara. Mara booked what should have been the highlight of her Coral Cloud Resorts day, the guided volcano hike. 2 days out, a weather and ash advisory forces the resort to cancel it. Now Mara's on the phone, disappointed, and the person, or in our case, the agent who picks up, needs to understand what happened, look up her booking, and actually help her find something else to do. That call in the thread running through this entire course. Every module either builds a piece of the system that handles it or explain the why behind a piece we have already built. Keep her in mind, it makes everything that follows feel a lot less abstract. Here's where we are headed. Module 2 is architecture, understanding how Agentforce actually reasons compared to the old school phone menu you have probably suffered through yourself. Module 3 is where we create the service agent itself and author the Coral Cloud Excursion topic that gives it an area of expertise. Module 4 is where we build the flow that can actually find an alternative slot. Module 5 wraps that flow as a custom agent action and locks down the permission needs to run safely. Then we move into voice. Module 6 enables telephony and optimize for voice. Module 7 turns the voice avatar so it sounds like a calm, capable resort concierge instead of a robotic announcer. Module 8 fixes pronunciation and talks through the real cost boundaries. Module 9 handles agent first omni-channel routing. Module 10 defines the escalation logic for where the AI has to hand off, and Module 11 is the payoff, the full life scenario from Mara's cancelled hike all the way through a service console handoff. You don't need to memorize this list. I just want you to see the shape of the journey before we start walking. So what exactly are you about to log into? It's called Simple Demo Org, a pre-built Salesforce org that actually has the Coral Cloud data loaded in it. That distinction matters. You are not starting from a blank slate and you are not spending the first hour building setup scaffolding. That isn't the point of the course. You are stepping into an org that's already been prepared so you can focus on Agentforce Voice itself. You request that org through a portal called Partner Learning Camp or PLC. Think of PLC as Salesforce staging ground for guided hands-on experience like this one. It's where the learning content and the demo or provisioning meet. Instead of asking you to assemble a bunch of prerequisites yourself, PLC gives you the exact environment the course expects. So this is how you can get the one. Now, the important part is once you have access to the partner learning, then and you have created the simple demo or you should know when it is expect to expire. These are don't last forever. There is a provision for a limited window, and once that window closes, the org is gone. Reclaim. There is no recovering your work after the fact. My honest advice: try to move through this course in one continuous stretch, if your schedule allows it. If life happens and your org expires mid-course, don't panic. Just go back to PLC and request a fresh one. You will just need to redo the hands-on step. Now let's look at the other constraint, and this is more of a little more interesting. Every PLC org draws from something Salesforce calls Agentforce Vibes, a shared rate limited pool of large language model tokens that split across everyone using these training org. It's not unlimited. If you hammer the agent with rapid fire tests back to back, you might hit a temporary limit and see a rate limit message. That's not a sign something is broken, it's a shared resource exactly behaving as designed. The fix is just patience. The limit resets on a rolling basis, so a short break usually clears it. I will remind you about this once again when we are into the actual testing the agent because it changes how you should approach testing later in the course, deliberately, not in a rapid loop. The login into SDO is similar to how you will log in into any other org where you have to provide a username, password, and then you will log in into the home tab. So if I go back to my org, so this is the SDO org. You will log in into the queue home, and the queue branch is that particular app. Before we close out this module, a quick preview of what's actually sitting inside this org. There is a contact record for Mara and other sample guests. There's a custom object called Excursion booking that tracks what each guest booked and its current status. And there is a knowledge base with articles like the excursion cancellation and rebook policy. We are going to tour all three of these properly in module 2. For now, just know that they are waiting for you. This is the guest experience and booking triage dataset I mentioned earlier. We have got a spread of excursion booking records in different status, a starter knowledge base, and this is important. Permission sets that are already installed and ready to go. We'll verify those permission set exist in module 2. So hang on to that thought. One quick habit to build right now, get comfortable with setup. So if I go to Salesforce, this is my setup. This is where if I want to search for something, suppose I want to search for agent, I'll search for Agentforce over here. It will show me the agents which are there in the system as of. Okay. A few things that trip people on first login. An expired login link, just request a new SDO rather than fighting with it. An identity verification prompt, check the email address tied to your PLC account. A wife's rate limit warning right out of the gate, wait a few minutes and retry. And if your sample data logs off, double check your actual selected, the Coral Cloud Resort and not some generic demo org. So to recap, you have requested and logged into your Coral Cloud Resort app. You understand the expiry clock and the shared vibes token limits. And you have met Mara, whose cancelled hike is going to drive everything we build. Next up, module where we confirm that AI features are actually switched on in this org and take a proper tour of the data model I just teased about. So over here, if I go back to Salesforce, if I search for Mara, this is my contact Mara as of now.